And two cyclists are in a critical condition in hospital after being knocked off their bikes in two separate crashes last night. A man in his 60s was seriously hurt after colliding with a car in Regent Street, whilst a cyclist in his 20s was hit by a bus in Battersea just hours earlier. Well, those injured cyclists are yet another reminder of just how dangerous the roads in the capital can be. Well, today the Mayor announced a £300 million plan to try to make cycling safer. The money will be used to install segregated bike routes and traffic-free public spaces at 33 of the capital's most notorious roundabouts. But critics say the plans are too ambitious and will require even more money, as our political correspondent Simon Harris reports.
It's the end of the road for one of London's least loved traffic layouts, the gyratory. 15 one-way systems are to be dug up as part of a plan to make 33 major junctions safer for cyclists and pedestrians.
The 33 junctions include the gyratories at Aldgate, Archway, Hammersmith, Marble Arch, Vauxhall Cross and Wandsworth. They've been chosen because they're among the most dangerous in London. Together, they account for more than 150 deaths or serious injuries in just 2 years.
We are transforming a load of roundabouts.
Boris Johnson described the gyratory as a relic of the 60s. John Dales is a traffic engineer who thinks one-way gyratories encourage bad driving.
One of the things that tends to come with gyratories, which is obviously for a one-way system, is it seems to be driver psychology. You kind of floor it. There is a sense that there's no vehicles coming towards you that there is on an ordinary two-way street. So driver speeds are typically higher around gyratories.
What we've got is a loop of roads encircling Aldgate Tube Station, one-way roads. What we're going to do is turn those roads two-way, and we're going to close off this space here, us and the city, and make it into a public square.
At Aldgate, the Mayor's cycling commissioner explained the big idea. Segregated cycle lanes are part of the plan. The Mayor was criticised recently when he cut the number of junctions in line for cycle safety improvements.
What we had before was a programme with 100 junctions and £19 million in total, 190 grand per junction. Now it's 33 junctions and 300 million, and that is enough to do serious business at all of these locations.
Great news, said the Mayor's opponents, so long as it happens.
We've had announcement after announcement, we've had review after review over the last few years, but the reality is nothing has changed on the ground. It sounds good at face value, but let's actually see it delivered on the ground. Cyclists want roads to be safer in London. The proof will be whether it actually gets delivered by the end of this year.
City Hall promised detailed plans for each junction next month, with the work starting later this year. Simon Harris, ITV News, Aldgate.
OK, let's get some reaction now from Tom Bogdanovich from the London Cycling Campaign. Thank you very much for coming in. Is this a good news day for cyclists?
Absolutely. It's very welcome that the Mayor is committing this money and increased sum of money to tackle some of the worst spots in London. I mean, that's what cyclists have been telling us. The reason why they don't like cycling in London is because of these terrible, terrible gyratories. It puts people off cycling. The ordinary person, we know about a quarter of people at least would like to cycle in London, aren't doing it because of these gyratories, because these are barriers to cycling. So focused spending of a decent sum of money to try and get rid of these gyratories and create safe conditions for cycling is very important.
So transforming these areas, these gyratories, from one-way systems to two-way systems, you think will be enough to at least cut some of the cycling deaths and some of the cycling injuries?
We certainly hope so. I mean, you know, if you've ever tried crossing 6 lanes of traffic, looking over your back and trying to watch out where to be, as you do have to do at Swiss Cottage, it's absolutely horrifying, and you really don't want that. And we've been campaigning for this sort of change for quite a while now, and we're glad that it's now the Mayor's committed to it, but we really want to see it on the ground. I mean, as Caroline Pidgeon in your report was saying, we want to see this implemented, and then we'll see that the conditions improve for cycling. And yes, it's considered a lot of money, but, you know, the Mayor's put out a report on health of Londoners today, and that says that if we can get everything in place and get more people cycling, we'll be saving this amount of money every year in terms of economic benefits.
I've honestly never seen you or other cycle campaigners so positive about what's being done and what's being put in place. Do you think it is the spate of deaths that we saw in recent weeks that's led to what you seem to be describing as a sea change in the thinking and the spending and the focus?
I think this all started off when we had the fatalities at Bow. and the families concerned and the campaigners started campaigning at that point. And through the 2 years since then, we've tried to get the Mayor to this point to make a commitment to making genuine changes, Dutch-style changes, so that cyclists are confident cycling on our roads. It really shouldn't be that people are scared of cycling, because a lot of people want to cycle. Let's give them the chance to do so.
Tom Bogdanovich, thank you very much for coming in. Thank you.